They say time heals all wounds, but for Margaret, time only made her pain louder. For 14 years, she woke up with the same nightmare. Her baby, gone. Her arms empty, her heart broken, and no one believed her story. But everything changed the day she fainted on a busy street, and a billionaire CEO placed his jacket over her shoulders. Because on his skin, right below his collarbone, was the exact birthmark she lost her son with. And destiny finally woke up. Margaret used to be happy. She wasn't rich, but she had a home, a loving husband, and a son, her only child, little Ethan. He was just 6 months old when her world shattered.
It was raining that evening, roads slippery, thunder screaming. Their car skidded off the highway, tumbling into a ditch. When Margaret woke up in the hospital, bloody and confused, the only thing on her mind was her baby. But Ethan wasn't there, and the police told her a story no mother should ever hear. No baby was found. Margaret insisted she remembered the impact, the cry, the shattered glass. Someone must have pulled him out. Someone must have seen him. But no one believed her. Her husband thought she was hallucinating from trauma. His family called her sick, unstable, dramatic. And when the marriage collapsed, she was left alone, with no one and nothing. From that day, Margaret lived like a ghost, cleaning jobs by day, lonely nights in a leaking, one-room apartment. People would laugh behind her back. She's that crazy woman who thinks her dead baby is alive. Yet, every year, on Ethan's birthday, she lit a small candle and prayed, "Wherever you are, my son, may God keep you alive." Meanwhile, far away in a world she could never reach, a young man was rising. Daniel Weston, handsome, brilliant, CEO, billionaire before the age of 30. Adopted into wealth, raised with love, told he was rescued from an accident as a baby. He never questioned his past, except for one thing, a strange birthmark beneath his collarbone that doctors said was rare and genetic. He didn't know why, but sometimes he dreamed of a woman crying, calling a name he couldn't hear. Daniel shrugged. "I've had it since I was a baby. Doctors say it's genetic." Margaret began to shake. No, my son had that mark. The same shape, the same place." Daniel froze. Something inside him stirred. A memory? A voice? A woman crying? He asked quietly, "Your son?" Margaret nodded, tears flooding her face. "I lost him in an accident. They said he died, but I know, my heart knows, he was taken, not lost." Daniel should have laughed, should have dismissed her, but he didn't, because his adoption papers were incomplete, because deep inside he always felt something missing. He slowly pulled his shirt aside, revealing the full birthmark. Margaret's hand covered her mouth. The room spun. Her legs weakened again, because it wasn't just similar, it was identical. Daniel didn't sleep that night. He ordered a private investigator. He demanded access to old adoption records. He traced the incident of a baby found on the roadside 14 years ago. And within 3 days, the truth came out. He was found near a crashed vehicle, no identification, barely breathing. A rich couple adopted him after the police declared no biological parents were found. The investigator placed 2 pictures on the table, a police report and a photo of Margaret screaming at the road as paramedics dragged her away. Daniel's hands shook, his heart raced, tears filled his eyes. This woman, this poor, forgotten, broken woman, was his mother. He returned to her small, cold apartment. She stood there, embarrassed by how she lived, apologizing for the mess.
Daniel didn't care. He walked toward her slowly, eyes burning, voice trembling. "I found the report," he said. "They took me from the accident site. Mom, they took me from you." Margaret dropped to her knees, covering her face, sobbing uncontrollably. My baby, I knew you were alive." Daniel fell beside her, wrapping his arms around her, holding her for the first time in 14 years. And for the first time in his life, he felt whole. She cried into his chest, touching his face, his hair, his shoulders, like she was afraid he'd disappear. "You suffered alone," he whispered, "and I lived in luxury not knowing my mother was out here starving." She shook her head. No, I'm just grateful God kept you alive." Daniel didn't let her stay in that apartment another night. He brought her home, his real home, bought her a beautiful house, hired doctors to treat her health, gave her comfort, love, warmth. His adoptive parents, good people, embraced her too. They apologized and said they would have never kept him away if they knew. For the first time in years, Margaret woke up in a soft bed, with sunlight through the curtains, not leaking from broken rooftops. And every morning, Daniel sat with her, drinking tea, talking, smiling. "I searched for you," she said one day, touching his hand. "And I found you," he replied. "God just needed to write the story first." If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Let someone out there believe that miracles still happen, that lost things can be found, and that no heart stays broken forever. Because just like Margaret and Daniel, somewhere out there, someone is waiting for their story to turn around. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay with DLYN Stories for more heart-melting stories that give hope, love, and second chances.